Yeah, Chris Mills, he gon' make a six-cylinder, iconic slick shifter. I'm the quick spitter on the beat with big winners. BRG out here looking like the big picture. Got you howling for the junkyard dog. Got the engine roaring loud. Are you hearing us now? Bust it to the sound. Busted radio garage, really bringing in the crowd.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, you guessed it, we're back on the junkyard dog / Homer conversion here. And for right now, I'm going to try to get this front clip put back on here and see how everything lines up. And I am by myself today. I'm a lone wolf. Girls are up at the house getting ready for a family get-together later on today. So I've got a little bit of time to get down here and try to get this front clip back on because I want to see what it looks like. So what I've come up with as far as an idea is I've taken some of these skates that I use for moving the cars around, and I've put them underneath the front section of this clip. And my thoughts is I'm just going to get in here and get a hold of each side of these inner fenders and just kind of walk it up on there and set it on. Probably not going to work that way, but you never know till you try, right? So if that works, we'll go ahead and get the front tires put back on, see how everything kind of looks, see if it's lined up, so on and so forth. And then I'm gonna take it all back apart because I want all of this nice real estate here to pull this engine out. I mean, I've got every bit of room in the world in here. I don't have to worry about tearing up nothing. We're gonna disconnect, separate the engine and transmission, get all these wires and crap out of the way, pull the intake, or pull the carb, throw the plate on, and I'm just gonna jerk all this out of here in one unit, set it off to the side, go over here, get the new engine out of Homer, walk it right back over here and stick it in the same spot. And then we'll take everything off this engine that I need, because I'm gonna reuse the headers and maybe some odd and end stuff. But other than that, I'm gonna go up and see our friends up at Advance, and we're gonna get brand new everything for the front of this engine. And then we're gonna start bolting on the fun stuff and get this thing ready to go, because I cannot wait to get back into the Burnout pit, which is coming up March 31st and April 1st at the Freedom Factory. I hope to see you all there. All right, cool. I don't have much time today, so that's enough of the yapping. This is Busted Radio Garage. Let's get after it. I don't know how well this is gonna work, because, you know, I don't have, you know, a big old wingspan, but I think I've got just enough mitt to get enough underneath here and just kind of walk this girl up in here. But we're gonna find out. Kind of an awkward position. Hey, well, we're getting somewhere. So if I can just kind of get up there. What I don't want to do is break the clips on the front of the nose, because that would be an absolute nightmare to get done. Now my thoughts are, I think Junkyard Dog was a little more girthier in the front than Homer. So I don't know. If I got to do some trimming in here, I will. It's not a problem. But we're going to see how it lines up. I think I'm on here kind of, so I need to straighten that out. See if I can walk this end on it a little bit more. Just going to try to walk it up on here. Okay, I got some, that fender well over there. See if I can kind of square this up. The girls will be down there with me today helping, I promise you, if they could. But there's just some days they've got things of their own to do. Ooh, there we go. We're just gonna try to walk her up on here. If you guys see anything, I mean, you can see that side of the car. If you see something, scream it out. Oh, I see. Okay. So, there we go. I was hitting the brake rotor over there. You guys can tell me if you see something over there. I think when I'm, well, now I've got myself stuck in here. I think what I'm gonna have to do, see if I can do this one side at a time until I get past these breaker or these rotors. Do it a piece at a time. Everybody have a nice Christmas? I hope so. I know that weather was no fun. I mean, I know a few of you out there were screaming for a white Christmas, which I'm cool with. Man, did we have to have all that cold. Well, I'm in a pickle here now, people. I think I'm just gonna have to jam on it a little bit. What I wanna be able to do is get underneath them trim sections over there too. I think I might be able to just go ahead and walk her up on here now. Again, I don't wanna get too ahead of myself. This is down here normally my wife's like, you're doing it wrong. You gotta do this, and you know, keeps me in line. And I don't have that direction today to keep me straight. I think we're starting to run into an issue. The fenders are they're starting to want to dog leg out on me. I think that'll straighten out and get past these. What I don't want to do is again break these front clips on this nose. Let's see if we can just kind of do the jiggle wiggle wiggle, jiggle wiggle wiggle. Back up on here. Okay, what am I hitting on here now? Ah, I see. Okay. Hit this piece of trim, which is a bad thing. I wanted to just get it on this side of it. Okay. Okay, okay. So far, so good. How do I look over there? Anybody see anything? No? All right. I think we're gonna run into some issues here, but that's fine. We can break out and trim some of that off. I don't think we got much further to go. Can't see nothing. What am I hitting on over here now? All right, well, what are we hitting on here? Oh, I see. So the issue I'm having is the plating inside here off Homer's front end comes out more flush, you know, this way. On Junkyard Dog's front end is recessed back and comes out more square this way versus Homer's, which is boxed right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get in here the cutting wheel. I'm just gonna cut, I'm gonna get my hand, get it down here. So I'm just gonna cut here and up here and just kind of fold this back out of the way so we still have the support here. I'm gonna do the same thing on that side there, and then we should be able to tuck this the rest of the way back. Everything is lining up really, really well. So I just got to get it to able to where it's going to slide the rest of the way back. And then we'll just kind of check the rest of the fitment and be done with it. What I take pride in a lot with these cars, if I'm going to be honest with you, y'all know I like the big girls. I really do like the B bodies, the C bodies. A lot of the guys, not a lot, a portion of the guys in these burnout competitions now are going smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller with the cars to make it easier to get inside those boxes and maneuver around. Not me. I want the challenge, right? With Linda, okay, I took a little more precaution because I didn't want to beat her up super bad. Now I don't want to beat this car up super bad anymore because I mean I destroyed this car the last time I took it out, but I want to be able to get a car and there were some dash bars on the front and the back and just be able to see if you can get it done with a 20-foot B-body versus a 12-foot whatever you're buying. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm just super proud of being able to do this with the bigger cars. I think I'm the only one doing it with the bigger cars. I mean, there's the van, the Burnout van, which it's amazing what he does with that 21 foot long van or whatever it is. But yeah, I want to be able to do it with the big girls. So let's get these cut out and we'll see if we can, that's the rest of the way back. Oh, if I don't kill myself tripping over my jack handle. Ooh, did you see that? Look, that would have been a finger. All right, let me see if I can get this swapped out. to go here, bud. I need you up there. Can't see nothing. He's gonna fight me tooth and nail right here. I just have a feeling. Nothing like cutting blind. Well, are you wanting to come out of there now? Come on. You're wearing me out. What have we got in here? Oh, okay. I see. My fault. My fault. Fix your little red wagon, buddy. Yeah, come. Didn't take long to use up that little sucker, buddy. She is gone. Now, are you gonna play along with it now? Well, we're a little bit further than what we were. Not sure if I can get this old girl in here. All right, guys, got the front clip put back on. Now again, it's just sitting there. There's nothing holding it in place. Turned out really, really good. A lot better than that square front end that was on there originally. Just my opinion. Turned out really, really good. Now, what did we learn in this? A lot. First thing, and the major part, is the 76 Cordoba, which is Homer, inner frame box is tremendously smaller than the 79 300s. Meaning this frame box is roughly 1.5 inches smaller than the 300s. And I'll show you. Here is where Homers would bolt into the frame rail, and it may have been 1.5 inches on each side, but way back in here is where the 300s fenders bolted in. So I'm either gonna have pin snaps or pins to pin this in, kind of like a race car, to where I can just pull the front clip right off, or there's gonna be a whole mess of sheet metal screws holding the top of this front clip on, and then we'll see how the bottom bolts. The bottom bolt should bolt back in just fine. I know the support bolts here are gonna bolt in just fine. It's just mainly just the top. So I may just get some pins and pin it in 3 places, front, middle, back, on each side on the top. Throw one here and the core support on each side and be done with it. Hood, on the other hand, I'm not sure how it's gonna work, because with it being that much smaller, that hood's not gonna work. So I'm gonna probably skin Homer's hood, meaning I'm gonna take a lot of this support metal here out and just hood pin it, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, because I'm gonna try his hinges, but if they don't work, I'm just gonna set this so it's removable. The only scary part about that is, not necessarily a scary part, but if I'm out farting around in it and something catches fire under the hood, I'm gonna have to pull 4 pins and pull that hood up over them stacks by myself. And if the car is on fire, it's just gonna have to burn to the ground, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to get all 4 of them pins out and get that hood up over them stacks by the time something isn't just a total mess. So I could skin the hood, pin it, and then anytime we're running the car in a burnout competition, I'll just run it without the hood. Which means I'll have to pretty up under the hood a little bit. So everything I'm putting under here that's gonna be nice and shiny, along with this engine, looks nice. Or I dull down the engine, which I'm not gonna take a set of $3,000 heads and dumb them down. So I guess I could pull the engine, pressure wash it up in here real nice, and just take that DE 1635 or whatever it is over there in the cabinet, you know, this paint here, and just paint it up something nice. Drop that engine down in. We'll powder coat the headers. I'm gonna put all the new brake hardware and all that in, obviously the Woodwood brakes. And then I guess whatever we decide to do with the outside, whether we leave him like he is or we paint him on the outside, I just want to leave him junkyard looking. I want him looking junkyard looking. I'm going to pull him out there in that burnout pit and they'll be like, what in the world is this piece of crap? And then we just set the place on fire. That's what I like to do. That, and everybody kind of knows the car like it is, right? So we'll figure that out. Put it in the comments below. You know, what do you guys think we ought to do? I know I've asked this before. If you think we ought to make it pretty, I mean, I'm not putting, you know, a Linda paint job on this thing, but we can do something with it, or we'll just leave him alone. Regardless, the drivetrain's going to be ridiculous. Again, we have a 727 and a 9 3/4 rear end, or a 9 1/4 rear end. And then we're going to have that nasty 360 in here. So anyway, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of bolts in here to kind of hold it in place, get the body lines right, put the front tires back on it. All right, guys, we got the doghouse with a couple bolts in it, just holding it in place. We got Homer's front wheels put back on this car, which look amazing. I'm going to keep those. They're always going to stay with the car. It's the reason I bought them. All right, so next week, we're going to get this engine pulled out. I'm going to do this and try to do this in one episode. I'm going to pull that breather cover off, disconnect the electrical, all the hoses and tubing and whatever. I'm going to pull the carb. I'm going to put the plate on that intake, and I'm going to jerk this out of here in one unit. I'm going to set it over here on the stand, drop it, go over and get that engine out of Homer, bring it right back over here, clean this up, and I'm going to set it right back in place. And then we're going to start building that monster back and getting it ready to go. So other than that, that's going to be it for this car today. Got some updates coming up on Linda very soon for you on that. Those of you who are waiting to hear about her, if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank all the current subscribers plus the new subscribers that are staying up to date with this build, plus all of our other ones. I got some information coming up on the RT and the Mule and some other cars here coming up soon as well. That's going to be our SCCA car, as I told you guys. And then once we're done with this, we're going to get him out of here, put him in storage with the other cars, and we'll save on that for parts. If you guys haven't done it yet, make sure to go check out our Busted Radio Garage Facebook page, our Facebook group, and then check out the other channels, Busted Radio Outdoor, Busted Radio Shorts. I mean, we're coming up with a whole little gamut of Busted Radio videos here, but it's cool. They're all cool to watch. They're all interesting. Other than that, guys, make sure that if you want any free stickers to shoot me over an email, bustedradiogarage@gmail.com. 100% free. I even paid to ship them to you. The new Linda shirts are coming out here very, very soon. Cannot wait to show you those. Linda, Lady Justice. And then I've got a cool idea for the shop. I'm going to involve you guys in if you want to participate. I'll be putting that on the Busted Radio Garage pages on Facebook, Instagram, and on the YouTube page. So if you want to participate in that, let me know. I'll have that on there for you very soon. All right, you guys. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.